Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the session. My name is Ritu, and I will be taking this session for you. Well, I'd like to give you a brief about H2K Infosys, about the course that you will be doing here, what exactly will you be learning through this course, and why H2K Infosys. So let's just go through, and I will take your questions at the end of the session. So let me give you a brief about H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is an e-verified business which is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We provide software training to our customers both on-site and on-site. So if you're based out of Atlanta and you would like to come on-site for the training, you're most welcome to do that. So we have our weekend batches for that, and you can get more information about this in case you want to do it. And if you are not based out of Atlanta, then we have a lot of sessions going on-site, online, which you can be a part of. We help you with job placement assistance. We have a proud clientele to boast about, such as GE, AT&T, Intercol, Dish Network, a few to name. So here, let's get started with actually what do we do? What are the different courses that we offer as H2K Infosys? So the different courses that we offer here are QA testing. So that is basically the manual and the automation that we offer. There are a lot of courses that you can take up for performance testing, SAP testing, mainframe testing, JUnit testing, ETL testing, just to name a few. We also have advanced courses in automation testing. We have advanced courses in performance testing using HP Load Runner. We have courses on business analysis, project management, Java, J2E, Microsoft .NET technologies, data warehouse, Informatica, business objects. So these are the different courses that we have: Oracle, SQL Server DBA, Oracle DBA, Ruby Rails. So these are some of the courses that we go ahead and offer, and it really depends on what exactly interests you, and you could take any of the courses that are available with us. But the focus for today is going to be a course on QA, manual and automation testing that we are going to talk about. So let me go ahead and give you a basic overview of the syllabus that we have for this particular course. So here, this is the course syllabus that we have. So this is manual as well as automation. So what are we going to tell you or talk to you about in this particular course? We will start with the basics. So here, basics means there are a lot of people who take up this course and they're from the non-IT background. So we give you a little bit overview about basic terminology, which is technical, and if you know it, it would make your life a little easier in the IT world. Then we talk about the software development lifecycle. So here in software development lifecycle, there are different methodologies. So we go ahead and cover the different methodologies, such as there is Agile, there is Waterfall, just to name a few that we talk about in the course. Then we have the basic terms. Now, what kind of basic terms we talk about here? What exactly is a functionality? What do you go ahead and understand by a three-tier architecture? What are the different testing terms that we can talk about here? What is a build? So again, these are the different terms that, just to name a few, I mean, there are many more here, but just to name a few, that what exactly do we do here? Then we are going to talk about all the different kinds of testings that you might come across as a QA, you might come across in your career path. So we'll talk about all the different kinds of testing, such as exploratory testing. We'll talk about smoke testing. We'll talk about sanity testing. We'll go ahead and talk about performance testing. So these are just to name a few kind of testing. What is the difference between manual and automation testing? What do you actually mean by alpha testing, beta testing? What do you mean by UAT testing? So these are the different terms that we are going to talk about here. Once we are done with the basic terms, we are done with the different types of testings, we actually come to understanding the requirements. So as a tester, this is one of the important things we do, that we understand the requirements. So here, when I say understand the requirements, we will actually take examples. So this is not going to be like, the theory part. We actually pick up examples. We actually go ahead and discuss those examples and how can we understand them. We will help you to do it by taking a few examples here. Once we are done with the understanding the requirements, how do you actually create an RTM, which is known as a requirement traceability matrix? What is RTM? What does the format look like? how should you create an RTM. So we are going to go ahead and understand all these things when it comes to RTM. Then we go to the test cases and the test data. What is test data and what are test cases? How can you go ahead and write test cases so that they'll help you find bugs? So what is the perfect way to write test cases? So the requirements that we understood, from those requirements, how can we write the test cases? What is the format? What are the fields that there should be? We are going to go ahead and discuss all these things. Then we come to the test data part. So when we have to execute the test cases, we need test data to execute the test cases. So if our test data is extensive, we can go ahead and cover the different various paths here. We can do different kinds of testing here with that test data, which will help us find bugs in a better way. So we'll understand what are the methods, how can you go ahead and create test data which you can use for exhaustive testing. Once we are done with all these things, we also talk about the test plan here. Now, what exactly is a test plan? What is the format of a test plan? Who creates a test plan? So when a test plan is written, what are the things that are included? So we go ahead and talk about all these things in this test plan. We also go ahead and share formats with the actual test plans that can be of some help to you to understand. So whenever we are learning all these things, this is not only theory, it is actual. In actual world, when you go for a project, how will you be doing all these things? Once we are done with this, we talk about the software testing life cycle. So what exactly do you mean by the software testing life cycle? What are the different steps for the software testing life cycle? So what do you do in these steps? How do you, what are the different steps? In which order are they executed? So where does the creation of the test cases, test data, where does a test plan come in the software testing life cycle? So we go ahead and understand all these things. When we are understanding software testing life cycle, we also talk about defects. We talk about the life cycle of a defect. What does that mean? So again, everything is from the practical point of view. Once we are done with all this, we'll start with something known as Quality Center, which is basically test management tool. So whatever work you had done right now, like creating the RTM, creating the test cases, so here you're going to do everything in this particular tool, using this particular tool called Quality Center. So we will go ahead and create requirements here. We will go ahead and create the test cases here. We will learn using this tool how can you execute the test cases from this particular tool, and then we'll learn that how we can go ahead and log bugs in Quality Center. So again, this is not from the theory point of view. There will be a proper team that we have who will help you install these tools on your machine. They will actually go ahead and do it for you. There are special webinars that happen for this. You will be given the time and the date when you have to log on to those webinars, and we have a technical team helping you hands-on there to install these softwares. Once these softwares are installed on your machine, I will help you with each and every step. So when I say that how can you write the test cases in Quality Center, so maybe I will do it and then you are expected to do it on your machine. So if you get stuck anywhere, I will be there to help you out. So again, everything is hands-on here. Then we'll go ahead and learn about SQL. So SQL is your structured query language. So using SQL, you can query the database. So we will be going in depth with SQL. So we have all the set of notes that we have created. There are quizzes. There are different websites that I'll tell you to go through. So there is a lot of information that is there. So first we'll start with the basic SQL. Once we are done with the basic SQL, we'll go on to the little complicated one. We'll go on with something known as group by. We are going to learn all these clauses in SQL. We are going to learn joins in SQL. So we are going to do this in detail here. Once we are done with the SQL, we are going to go ahead and we'll start with something known as Unix and Linux. So here we'll learn the commands, basic commands for Unix. So as you can see, this particular part, this entire thing is your manual syllabus. So once you are done with the manual part, you're going to come and learn QTP, and you're going to learn LR, which is a performance tool. So you're going to learn all these tools when it comes to automation. Once you are done with these tools, again, here also it's hands-on. So the faculty who is involved in teaching you this, everything is going to be hands-on. The tools are going to be installed on your machine and you will be learning how to do the testing. Once we are done with this ETL, SAP, mobile testing, web services, all this is also included in the course. So here you will have classes for all these topics wherein you will have a basic understanding of how all this works. Once you're done with this, there are projects here in different domains. Now, why have we included the projects here? For you to understand how exactly does it work in the real world. So there are projects for that particular project, whichever domain it is. It can be banking domain, it can be healthcare domain. So we give you a little bit basics about the domain itself. And then we start with the project, that in the real world, if it's a healthcare project, how does it work? So we will take up a particular module and we will tell you that how the project can work. So this gives you a complete overview of the entire thing. So as far as the course is concerned, this is the course that we have. Now, why should you go ahead and do this course with H2K Infosys? So let me go ahead and tell you. So here we have a huge course syllabus, as you can see what I explained in the previous slides, from mobile testing to web services to projects to manual testing to quality center to Unix to SQL to UFT to LR. So I mean, it's a huge course syllabus that we are covering here. Now here you get an option to do a free demo class before you actually go ahead and make a payment. Once you've paid and enrolled yourself in the course, you have a lifetime access to topic-wise live class videos to watch anytime before or after the live class and prepare for the next class. So here there might be a lot of people, other companies also, who are giving you videos that you can go ahead and watch, but this is a lifetime access and this is such a big thing. So after 6 months, if you decide, you know what, I'm a little bit, I'm getting confused with quality center, or maybe this part I didn't understand, you're most welcome to come back and you can take up, again, you can take up that particular portion or the whole thing. So this is one of the biggest benefits of being with this particular course. Now these courses are instructor led, so they are face to face. It's not that, you know, you go ahead and you start watching a video and if you have a doubt, there is nobody who can clear the doubt for you. So that's not the case here, because there will be an instructor, you will be interacting with that instructor, and the instructor will be able to help you out wherever you get stuck. So we have material, we have software for hands-on practice. So when I say we have material, we actually have the notes that we have created for each and every topic. So once the topic is over, we hand over the notes to you, so you can go ahead and you can read those notes and understand and keep a copy of them for your future reference. Here we have a technical team that supports you to help you install the softwares on your machine. So again, there is a technical support team. We have very efficient people who, even if it sometimes takes a long time, they don't lose patience and they go ahead and install the softwares on your machine. It is 100% job-oriented training. Why? Because it is truly hands-on. So like I told you, whether it's understanding the requirements, whether it's creating the test cases, whether it's quality center, whether it's SQL. So SQL, like, you know, we will install Toad on your machine and we'll actually learn how to execute the SQL. Whether it's quality center, you will have that particular tool on your machine and you'll be working hands-on. Now, once you're done with the course and you think you are ready to go ahead and start giving interviews, so here we will help you. We also have faculty-driven mock interviews. Now, what do you mean by faculty-driven mock interviews? So once you're done with the course, you're going to get a link to a webinar which you can connect to, sitting from wherever you are in whichever part of the world, and you can connect to these mock interviews. So again, it's an instructor led. There'll be an instructor there who will guide you. So if you don't want to go ahead and give a mock interview, you can very well listen to the mock interview and you can gain some knowledge, and once you get some confidence, you can also be a part of the mock interview. So when you give the mock interview, if there is something that you are not able to communicate in a proper way, then we'll have the instructor explain it to you, that how should you actually go ahead and handle the technical as well as the behavioral questions. So these days, technical questions are very important, but equally behavioral questions you should be able to answer in the interview, such as, like, you know, why should we hire you? What if we don't go ahead and give you a job? What is your weakness? What is your strength? Why are you looking for a career in software testing? Because a lot of people are from non-IT background and they're moving to this career. So these are some of the questions that we help you answer. So once you are prepared with your mock interviews, you are ready to go ahead into the real world and give your interviews. So like I already said, you pay only one time fee and you can attend live classes multiple times. So here it helps a lot of new students to review the topics again and again. So you're not clear about a particular topic, you're most welcome to go ahead and do this topic again. So again, it's a one-time enrollment and you have lifetime access to the H2K Infosys material, videos and everything, which is a very, very big benefit in itself. So here, when you do a course with other people, you do the course, you understand it or you don't understand it, you're done once and that's it, you are done. You're not going to do it again. But here, you are associated with us for a lifetime. We help you with job assistance, we help you with preparing resume. So we actually have a team that is in place who will go ahead and review your resume and give you a feedback about your resume. Because that is the main document which is going to come across in front of which is going to talk about you. They haven't seen you, they haven't met you, but that is one document. If they are impressed with that document, then you start getting interview calls. So how can you go ahead and make a resume which can go ahead and you will be able to get interview calls? So here, like I already told you, we discuss about different projects, banking, insurance, telecom domains, which will help you get the job quickly. We will be giving you home assignments, we will be giving you homework, we will be reviewing your work, and if you have any doubts, we'll go ahead and help you with that. Now the training is based on the latest technologies in the current job market, as you can see with what I discussed in the previous slide about ETL, about mobile testing. So you can go ahead and learn all the latest technologies that are there in the current market. So here in the H2K Infosys, we have forums, we have blogs, we have videos, we have jobs for continuous touch with the technology. So if you go to the H2K Infosys website, you will be able to see all these things which are going to help you to get even more updated with the technology. So this is the website for H2K Infosys, and here we have forums, you have different projects where you can go ahead and refer to the material. Here you have you can go ahead and check the reviews for Google+, Guillebeau, Facebook and YouTube, and we go ahead and give you job placement assistance also. So if you want to go ahead and check reviews for any of the instructors, you're most welcome to go ahead, and that will give you kind of an assurity that you're at the right place. So as far as the course is concerned, this is what I had to go ahead and share with you. So if you have any questions, I would be more than glad to go ahead and help you answer those questions.